What's up, house groups? Happy Easter. I hope you guys had an amazing day and an amazing weekend. I know I did. It was just a fun service. Thank you to all of you who served. I've actually had a couple good weeks. It's been really fun walking through the resurrection eggs and the family devotionals that we handed out in the Easter in the box with my kids because it's helped me kind of look at this story with fresh eyes all over again. When you grow up in the church, when you've been churchy all your life, sometimes the whole story of Jesus' death and resurrection becomes so familiar that it's hard to be as amazed by it as you really should. But talking about it with 6-year-olds and listening to the questions they asked has helped me kind of step back and say, what would it have been like to hear this for the first time? What would it have been like to experience it if you were Mary or you were the disciples? Like, to watch Jesus be beaten mercilessly and be killed. Like, what emotions would have gone through you as you watched him nailed to that cross? It's almost impossible to even imagine what it was like for them. And it overwhelms me when I realize, like, from the perspective that I have, he did that because that's how gross my sin is. That's how far it cuts me off from God. And again, sometimes the story's so familiar that we forget the why and forget the details. But like when you realize what Jesus actually did because of my sin, it kind of blows me away. And then to think that he rose again, what would that have been like? Like the twins, the 6-year-old twins of mine had a ton of questions about that. Like, he just wasn't in there anymore. And it's so cool to think about the fact that he was risen again. I can imagine what it would have been like to be Mary or Peter or John and run and see the tomb empty. And I remember Billy asked me, what was that like? And I said, I don't even know. I don't even know what it would have been like to run and look and see him gone. Like, awesome. And I try to think of, like, what's the best news I've ever gotten? What's the best, like, most surprising news I've ever gotten in my life? And I couldn't even think of anything other than, like, when you find out you're pregnant with your first kid. It's, like, mind-blowing, incredible, explosive news. But it's, like, it's not usually shocking, right? Not like the tomb being empty. It's not like, what? How did this happen? Well, like, so I don't even have an experience in my life that relates to them looking in and seeing that Jesus rose again. It's awesome. And so this is my challenge to all of us this week in the middle of this fun season and this season of celebration is to just allow it to amaze us all over again. Allow it to blow us away and leave us in awe. That Jesus loved us enough to step into the human story and give his life to pay the penalty for the grossness of our sin, to take our baggage away and carry it, and be amazed all over again that he unlocked death from the inside, which means we get to live forever. Just this Easter, let that blow you away because it's the most incredible story the world has ever known.